Yo people, welcome back to another video. Now straight off the bat, I'm gonna say this episode for me was about an 8.5 out of 10, and the reason I'll say it wasn't a 10 for me personally was because I wanted more explanation as to what Anakin is doing these days, what his powers are and all of that. That's just me being a bit more greedy. I would have liked to see a bit more of the episode be about Anakin, kind of doing stuff like showing Ahsoka how he was personally redeemed and everything. From what I understood, he's basically the embodiment of the balance of the Force, with the way he would go from light side to dark side but still have control at all times. So it was pretty cool to see, but me just being greedy, I would like to see a bit more.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
Okay, now that the nitpicking is done, let's speak about the positives. And Hayden being Anakin Skywalker, that was just meant to be. People actually dragged this man's career. For what reason? Now you people that hated him when he was in the prequels and when the prequels came out, now you're on your knees and calling him the GOAT. What's that all about? But his chemistry with both Ahsokas was great. Shout out to whoever did the young Ahsoka as well, because that was big responsibility and she lived up to the role. Most importantly, in my opinion, and the reason why I rate Star Wars as highly as I do, is because the symbolism, the details, the teachings, all of those kind of things. And this show in particular has been playing with the theme of the Great Jedi. Having both aspects of the Force doesn't make you evil, blah blah blah, all of that stuff. So who better to see this message from than Anakin, who has lived in both worlds? He even teaches Ahsoka that being a Jedi isn't just one set thing. It's not about being a keeper of the peace. The world changes quickly and you have to adapt to these things. But just because you're adapting, it doesn't mean you're not a Jedi anymore. And that's where the Jedi failed. So it's good to hear Anakin's thoughts, his perspective on all of this. Anakin passing down the message to the present day Jedi that the term Jedi isn't about being able to use the Force and follow all these strict rules. It's about how you use the Force and your moral compass. This is what made Luke Skywalker such a powerful Jedi in the books, in the comics. He knew how to balance both and use it to his advantage, so I'm glad that we're going in that direction under Dave Filoni. Another teaching which kind of ties in with what a Jedi is that it's okay to make mistakes, but it's about how you bounce back from it. And who better to tell you that than the guy who made a galaxy-defining mistake in Order 66, killing all the Jedi, all of that stuff, you already know. I found it cool that Anakin would switch from good and bad, kind of just showing Ahsoka his own personal mistakes, and not just showing the good side. It's okay to not feel happy and positive all the time, and it was kind of Anakin being vulnerable emotionally, as he always is, but in a more controlled way, and tying it in with the teaching so that Ahsoka could learn. I liked how Anakin was portrayed in this because he did the thing that he teaches in such an intense way, but it's such an effective way. He kind of just throws you in the deep end. So with this teaching, it was more live or die. Like, he gave you the polar opposites, basically. But in the process, and by the end of all of it, he injected life, motivation, passion, and purpose back into Ahsoka. It allowed her to start fresh, and that's why when she's the Ahsoka the White character, she looked more like her normal self than in the previous 4 episodes where she was more moody, she seemed more upset, she seemed more stressed. So again, character development. And just quickly, to all the people who tried to shit on Ahsoka because she was quote unquote boring or too angry or whatever, sit down, get humbled. I always ignore those criticisms because when a show tries to do character development, people shit on it before they're even given a chance to show the development. And if a show doesn't do the character development, then people bitch. So either way, you can't win. Overall, with this whole flashback teachings and all of that stuff, we got to see a lot of pretty cool content as well. We got to see Anakin with the Sith eyes and the red lightsaber, Ahsoka with Sith eyes. If you look, it happened for like 2 seconds when she was holding the red lightsaber. Both of them in the Clone Wars attires. That was very well done. We also got to see Captain Rex and even the Mandalorians from Season 7 of Clone Wars. So Dave Filoni has done a very good job tying all of this up. Credit to him, he directed this, and so far this show has been pretty much a hit. Another bit of symbolism, I'd say, it kind of further cements the new Ahsoka the White character, was when she was leaving the world between worlds and the water was kind of rising back up. I don't know if it's just me, but this is just what I got from it. And it was the symbolism of when you get baptized, but when you're an adult, and they dip you in the water fully from head to toe. It's almost like starting again, being welcomed into the world again. And in this case, I got the message that Ahsoka now views herself as a Jedi once more. We see that because she even refers to the ship that she has as a Jedi ship when she's speaking to Jason Syndulla. Across the episode, it was nice to hear mentions of a certain Senator Organa, because that's a direct nod to Princess Leia, which shows that she is behind the scenes. She's working in helping to cover up for Hera and the others while they do this mission. I think Jason was very cool in this episode. His role was as predicted. He would use the Force to sense Ahsoka, therefore showing us how kind of powerful he is already at such a young age. Like I said as well, I believe Ezra will be the one to start teaching Jason very soon once they find him and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's going in a very good direction for Jason. But yeah, overall, very happy with that episode. Dave Filoni delivers yet again. It tied in with the prequels, with the Clone Wars, with Rebels. All very well done. Attention to detail at 100. And they all came along through Anakin Skywalker, which as an Anakin fan is very satisfying to see this guy be the main guy once again, furthermore pushing the Chosen One storyline on him instead of Rey, which we're not even going to talk about the sequels. As always, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of the episode, of the season, any theories, any thoughts. I do think we will see Thrawn finally appear in the next episode, so get ready for that one. But yeah, thank you for making it this far. I appreciate the support. Drop a like as well, drop a sub to the channel if you're new around here. We're nearly on 400 subs, and thank you for your time.